for this week's Live Pick, Star Wars fans, you'll be thrilled to know that the Star Wars Identities exhibition is opening its doors this Saturday at the Art Science Museum. It's here from January 30th to June 13th.
This show has been travelling around the world since 2012, and Singapore is its very last stop, meaning it's your last chance to see these items before they return to the Lucasfilm archives.
Well, senior culture correspondent Ong Sofen is here to share some of the exhibit's highlights. Welcome, Sofen. So, what are some of the main artifacts that you think our fans will get a real kick out of seeing?
Hi, Olivia. Well, I think that the fans of the original will be really ecstatic because they've got original props and costumes from the original series. So one of the things that I was very excited to see was Han Solo in carbonite, which is kind of like an iconic image from one of the original trilogy shows. And there's also Princess Leia's sexy bikini, and they've got all these other costumes and props. They have the Imperial Star Destroyer, and they have all the spaceship, the TIE fighters and the X-Wing fighters. So people who remember the original series will be really happy. And fans of the newer series will also get to see original costumes and props from that series. They've got 3 outfits from Queen Amidala, so you can actually get right up close and personal with all the costumes.
Right, Sofen, from what you've described, we can tell that you are a hardcore Star Wars fan. But is this show exclusively catered for those hardcore fans like yourself?
Also.
Or, can, non-fans or regular fans enjoy it?
Yes, I think that you can enjoy it because it's actually a multimedia experience. So this being in the Art Science Museum, they've actually always had exhibitions that have got a little bit of hard science coded into the exhibition's DNA. So this one actually talks about nature versus nurture, and they use the Star Wars characters as an excuse to talk about certain things like biology, environment, how friends and mentors, their roles in your life will shape your character. So you get a little RFID bracelet, you create a character, then you can cherry pick your characters and answer some quizzes. Then at the end of it, they will do a character profile for you. So it's quite fun even if you know nothing about the Star Wars universe.
Thanks, Sofen. Something for everyone at the Star Wars Identities exhibition. We've been speaking to our senior culture correspondent, Ong Sofen.
Now remember, the show opens on Saturday to June 13th at the Art Science Museum. Admission is $25 for Singapore residents, and you can use your Singapore Rediscover vouchers.
Meanwhile, you still have a few more days to catch the showcases during Singapore Art Week, which ends on Saturday.
Well, Assistant Live Editor Olivia Ho is here to share with us the main attractions we cannot miss out on. So, Olivia, with more than 100 events island-wide and online, there's a lot to cover, including live performances, exhibitions, and even augmented reality installations. So, what are some of the main things that we should look out for?
Well, I think one of the big events is obviously Light Tonight at the Civic District. So that's led every year by the National Gallery of Singapore. This year, they've got a lot of museums working on it. So most of it is free. There will be a lot of light exhibitions. I think one of the major ones to catch is Ways of Seeing by Zarch Collaboratives. That's the giant telescope structure on the Asian Civilizations Museum Green. You can look at it from either side, and it's very Instagrammable, especially for couples who want to get that photo of you and your loved one on either side of the telescope. But then there's also the art skins on monuments. This year we have Joanne Ho and W.Y. Huang's rerouting on the National Gallery Singapore facade. So that's a multimedia work that's designed using machine learning frameworks. And inside the gallery itself, there's also I'm All Hands, All Eyes, which is an immersive light projection in the Rotunda Library. So it's got the big dome and then the projecting on it. It is quite difficult to get into. When I went, there was a very long queue. So I would suggest for that one, you should go a bit earlier. And also this year there's a lot of events at the Tanjong Pagar District Park, which is the National Arts Council's planning to develop it as an arts enclave. And so Singapore Art Museum being under renovation, they've sent their exhibition Cosmic Wonder over there. So that's a multimedia installation that's got a lot of shamanic inspirations. So Singaporean artist Choi Ka-fai, he embarked on this long journey in which he met about 50 shamans from different Asian cultures, and he's produced this installation that has a lot of shamanic dance rituals. It's got a gameplay demonstration in which an android tries to reconnect with gods. It's got a 5-channel Getai, or virtual gods with dancing avatars, so that's quite exciting. It features multiple mediums, if you don't mind me saying. And yeah, so those are a couple of the things, many things that you can catch at Art Week.
Right, besides the usual museums and galleries, Singapore Art Week is trying to take art to more unusual locations. Olivia, what are some of these unusual locations?
So there's a lot of transport-based exhibitions this time. One of them is bus stop art, and it's based on the bus stop route along bus 175. So it's got art by 10 Singapore-based artists, and they appear on the advertisement panels of about 18 bus stops on this route. So you can download a self-guided tour map from the website and hop between bus stops. And some of the artists I think will be appearing along the way. So for instance, every day at dawn or dusk, the artist Madhvi Subramanian will create column drawings on the Gilman Barracks walkway using rice flour. And another one is Yen Pang, whose work looks at urban camouflage, and they will occasionally appear at the bus stop near block 111 Jalan Bukit Merah in a ghillie suit. So you can just hop on a bus and check out the works along the way.
Thank you, Olivia. That was Assistant Live Editor Olivia Ho.
Singapore Art Week wraps up its 9th edition this weekend, so visit these exhibitions before it's too late.
Now we're about 2 weeks away from Chinese New Year, and here to tell us more about some new cocktails just for the holiday is journalist Anjali Raghuraman. Good to see you again, Anjali. Hello. Now back again this year, Junior the Pocket Bar has a limited run pop-up from now until February 27th. What are your top recommendations, the must-try items we should get?
Okay, first for a bit of context, Junior the Pocket Bar it used to be a tiny 10-seater bar hidden away in the back alley of Tanjong Pagar, but now they have a bigger location at Ann Siang Hill, and this year they've teamed up with Remy Cointreau to do a year of House of the Golden Ox, where basically they're doing a bunch of Chinese New Year inspired cocktails, and including stuff that's like cocktails inspired by favorite snacks like pineapple tarts and bakwa, and the space is super cool as well. It's decked out with like this dragon on the ceiling and like a lion dance head in the corner, and the drinks are equally festive. So like I mentioned, the pineapple tart inspired drink is called Rolling for Prosperity. It's made with cognac and a brown butter rum, and cognac is not something I would typically go for, but they've used Remy Martin in a it's so delicious, especially with the garnish, which happens to be a pineapple tart from Janice Wong on the side. And then besides that, like I mentioned, the bakwa cocktail, that one is made with Bruichladdich whiskey, and it's pretty strong, but it also comes with a little sliver of bakwa. And I mean, when's the last time you had a cocktail with bakwa, right? And it all works out really well. I think it's really well done.
No, of course, Anjali, given the times that we're in right now, most F&B outlets, they have either a take-home or a make-it-yourself option. So what are those options that Junior the Pocket Bar has?
Yeah, like you mentioned, one of the best things, honestly, to come out from way back last year when Circuit Breaker is bottle cocktails, which are super convenient. And Junior is doing 5 bottle cocktails just for this festive period. And like I mentioned, so among the drinks are like the Fanning the Flames, which is the bakwa cocktail. There's a lychee martini style drink called Ang Pao Nalai as well. It's really light and refreshing and delicious. And they're doing like I mentioned, 5 bottles. Each is a 250 ml bottle, which is good enough for like 2 to 2 to 3 servings. Essentially, it goes for $35, and you can take it for home delivery, or you take it away from the bar itself, which is pretty cool. And you can continue the celebrations at home because, yeah, unfortunately this year it's down to 8 people per household for Chinese New Year, right? But this takes away the, I don't know, it makes it so convenient because all you have to do is like open the bottle, pour it out over ice, and enjoy it. And I think it's a nice addition to everything else you would usually have for Chinese New Year at home, like your beer, your wine, your hard spirits.
All right. Well, great ideas from our colleagues there. Thank you so much, Anjali. You've been speaking with journalist Anjali Raghuraman.
Check out the Friday pages in tomorrow's live section for more ideas on what you can do this weekend.